Hello, everyone, and welcome back to MDG Media's coverage of the 2025 Sieravuori Challenge. Andrew Gum and Elias Luukkonen in the booth, bringing you this coverage of the back nine MPO feature card. We had a pretty up and down front nine there on a very beautiful course, a really great resort here at Sieravuori. Highly recommended if you're able to come here, come for a few days and stay. They got great accommodation, you know, the cabins, there's camping and yeah, lots of swimming and saunas and whatnot. Really good disc golf as well, of course.
Yeah, it's a fun course, fun place overall. You know, we're a little bit further away from all of the cities and stuff, so it's really like a disc golfers community here. All of the players hanging out in the evening and during the rounds, of course. A lot of the players are staying on the course as well. But yeah, looking at the scores here, you can see our card is not doing great. Joona is solid, 4 under through the front is not bad. It's a pace that keeps you sort of even with some of the top players in the field. But there are already some great rounds being played and having been played so far. So these guys definitely have to birdie most of this back nine to keep pace with the absolute top.
Yeah, hole 10, we started off with the par 4, 176 meters. Pretty nice one, a really good view. You know, you got the birch trees. You want to kind of throw it up. You can get past those birches and turn a little bit left to right. Then you're usually in pretty good position. And then the basket, yeah, just right there in the open. One little tree on the left doesn't really come into play too much. But yeah, what do you think of this one? It's one of the old holes that's remained. It's like about half of the holes are new, half of them are old. This is one of the old ones.
Yeah, I feel like this one's one of the easiest ones on this course. And Joona there going with a big shot and actually getting pretty unlucky. So he was going through the right side gap, was going to be in perfect position, but he hits one of the small branches and actually kicks left OB, which just a very unexpected result. Lauri more of a traditional shape here. Usually you're going for that straight to fading forehand or just a straight backhand mid-range. You really don't even want to turn it.
Oh, that's two turned early. But Joona's was a heartbreaker. That was a brilliant looking shot. Just kicked hard left. Very unfortunate. This looks smooth. Is it too straight?
This is perfect.
No,
No, this
good.
is just pure.
Yes.
Nice shot.
So good.
Showing off some good forehand skills. I feel like Tuomas more of a backhand player, and Mika, this is super early, right? Does he get through?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's up there on the green. Scary one, though. Carrying OB most of the way.
Yeah, that had potential to be a huge blow up, but luckily on the green, and Joona.
Oh, saws off that forehand approach. Stays in bounds, luckily. Circles edge, though, tester now.
Really not happy on this approach if you're anywhere outside of 5 meters. It's probably one of the easiest shots on this entire course.
Yeah.
It's really just an open 80-meter approach.
It's a shorty, right? Ah, chains out, low left. Averaging 3.8. 47% birdies from the field, so.
That's high.
Yeah, it's tripped up a few people, 39 OBs and, you know, a couple bogeys or worse, but. So there is some good separation on it, but as you said, one of the easier holes on the course.
Yeah, 39 OBs, that's a lot. We don't have, how many we have? Just over 100 players in the field. It's definitely a hole which, it feels super easy. It feels just traditional park golf. You just throw it kind of straight off the tee and then you have a chip shot approach. But I guess it's, it can get to you. I can tell you even from experience.
It's a pretty big field. We have 123 players. The top 31 will earn cash.
Yeah, this is actually a tournament for being a Q series. It has pretty solid payouts. I think 5K added cash.
Nice.
Something like this. It's pretty cool. Moving on to hole 11. This is one of these holes that you just have to birdie if you want to keep pace. It's just 70 meters. A straight shot, the gap is pretty wide. The danger here is that it's an elevated green, and if you go long at all, a lot of the times you find a long OB. So definitely want to keep it a little bit short if possible.
Lauri's forehand catches the late tree. Yeah, 2.85 average. One of the new holes.
And this route.
Yeah, this will work. Oh, yes. And no. I guess that's the danger of it coming in a little hot.
Is that
Drop
OB?
off green.
You think?
I think he's safe. There is OB back there, but I believe he's safe.
Mika with a solid backhand. I mean, we're seeing a lot of different routes here. Joona, good looking one here. That's kind of what you want to do, just hit the hillside. It's hard to be parked here. You usually have that edge of C1 or a 7-meter putt, even if you're clean.
Just front cage nubs. Tuomas is safe here. So birdie putt, way uphill. Oh,
No way.
sick highlight.
I mean, that just suits his round perfectly, just going up and down.
Nico splashes out, low left. Joona's putt's a little high, but it sticks.
Yeah, that was interesting action on this hole. I really didn't think we would see so many weird things happening there. It's a pretty straightforward hole. Hole 12, similar thing. It's 116 meters. There's a gap off the tee, which once again pretty wide, so not really expecting people to miss the gap. You have this group of pine trees on the right side of the fairway. We're flying just on the left side of them right now. They're a great aiming point. If you throw towards them and fade just in front of them, you're gonna be in the circle, usually. Very commonly you see people fading a little bit early, so not quite challenge those pine trees, which is really what you want to do here. Just like Tuomas is doing. This looks lovely. Beautiful, beautiful shot.
Yeah, this one's got a new T-pan. Used to be a really strong moving right to left. Now it's just at the very end. But you need quite a bit of power, I guess, to kind of put it on that pier hyzer.
Yeah, definitely a power advantage. You know, I think Tuomas was going with the mid-range, Lauri going with the mid-range as well. The mid-range fly just suits the fairway so much nicer, as you can put it on some hyzer towards those trees and just take that mellow left finish compared to a driver fade.
Well, this is looking good. Yeah, crashes in right by the basket.
Great shot. A lot of great shots on this one. Joona, the only one that I think he kind of slipped on the tee. Oh my God!
Wow, what a putt!
Well, there you go.
He was telling the guys this is my specialty. He's been working on the Anheuser putts, and he just got himself a sick highlight, drilling it from way deep, tight angle. I wonder how far that was. Like, it was close to 20.
Yeah, setting up for a star frame here.
If you can star frame this one, you've done well.
Yeah, for sure. It's not one of the easiest ones. I mean, it's pretty simple if you're a top level player, but oh, I see. I guess you're on the background, getting some information on this, guys.
Yeah, I saw that putt in person. That was really beautiful. 2.67 average on this one. Wow, so playing easier than I would expect.
Welcome to our instructional disc golf series. If you're ready to take that next step, you've come to the right place. Before we get started on any techniques, I just want to put it out there, there's no substitute for time. Every technique we work on in this series, it's going to require you getting some reps in the field, taking that skill to the course, and putting in the time to have an effective use of those new techniques. Good luck, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I was just checking the stats on the last one. 2.67 average, so better than I would expect. And we did have ace on that one from Joona Yakoa.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty impressive. I mean, it's a hole that you could ace because the line, it's blind. You don't really see the distance, and I mean, not much skips to be had. So it's a great ace to get. Congratulations to Joona. Moving on to 13. Par 4 with a lot of OB. Really, it's an interesting hole design because you're taking a short shot off the tee and then putting a long approach on top of that. So what that means is usually players are going for maybe a putter or a mid-range off the tee. I'd say that's the most common play. Just want to put it, 90 meters, 95 meters out there before that left side OB comes into play. So Tuomas there with just the perfect shot. He has about 105, 110 meters to go from there.
Yeah, most players just kind of laying it up there, taking the bigger distance shot on the second. But there is the opportunity to go for a little bit more. The OB's pretty tight, though. If you try to progress up the fairway too far, maybe not worth the risk.
No, I don't think so. I mean, the second shot, while it is longer than the first shot, it's still pretty short. I mean, you have to throw 110 meters. Mika actually going for a longer shot. That's a cool line. He executed it just perfectly. But yeah, this shot, 110, 105 meters, somewhere in that area. Just the basic hyzer for these guys.
Very nice. 5-6 meters left for Joona. Tuomas coming off a turkey here on the back nine. 3 down. And that's looking like another one.
Yep.
Right there on the dance floor. Lauri also at 3 down, but seems to be, I guess, having more of a steady go. That's wide right, though, and never came back in.
Yeah, pretty big mistake. I mean, that shot it's a very basic shot for that level of player. And Mika also looks a little early. Needs to get over the OB. Not the case.
That trickled out? I didn't remember that. Yeah.
He was just short.
Yeah.
I think he just never got the distance.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's going to have to take it back a little ways back. It hyzered out, but never came back in on the front side of the OB. Lauri is going to have to take a bogey. Here we see where Mika was last in bounds. Little nose up, straddle jump putt. Stays close to the basket, but
that's going to hurt.
yeah.
I mean, after the perfect drive here, your work is almost done. It's really just such a basic shot to the green. I guess, looking at the stats, without looking at the stats, I would think this hole probably produced some pretty big numbers, but it's not for these top players that it produces the big numbers, but rather than the bottom of the field.
Yeah, I'd say that's about right. 4.42 average, making it the third most difficult on the course. 57 OBs. So, yeah, and a couple big numbers there.
That's a lot, yeah.
Yeah, moving on to hole 14, par 3, 78 meters. Another new hole, just a little touch hyzer for the righty backhand player. Just want to hit this gap and fade with a slow approach disc. Got to be careful that OB kind of sneaks in behind it. But if you got that touch, I guess you got to worry a little bit maybe about the ceiling. You can't really put it too high and stall it. It's more of a kind of like a low, slow disc kind of approach shot, really, bending a little bit right to left, and kind of a must-get birdie, I would say, really.
Yeah, I feel like on this hole, it feels like on this hole the bullseye is the same as circle 1 on a regular hole, and circle 1 on this hole is the same as circle 2 on a regular hole. It's such an easy shot. If you're outside the bullseye, you're really not stoked.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. 2.46 average, so by far the easiest hole on the course. 77% or 77 birdies, 63% birdies, so 2 out of 3 birds almost. Too easy, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
Maybe they got to do something a little bit with this one to just make it like at least an elevated basket or a triple mando or some kind of an island. It's just not to be overly critical, but it's just a little bit too easy.
Yeah.
That was actually Mika got saved by that stump.
Did he?
I think.
Maybe. Oh, I think
Or
he's
no,
OB.
he's out
yeah.
anyway. Okay,
Yeah.
it didn't help him.
That's pretty rough. But
So-
even this, like, if you miss it way left, he had a 6-meter par putt.
Right.
So
Yeah.
how
so-
do you bogey this hole? The only way to bogey this hole is either miss your putt or I guess airball your putt to the OB from a birdie look.
Yeah, the par feels like a bogey for sure.
Yeah, 3 birdies there to be expected. At least 3, probably at least 4. But I mean, we did see that a little miss from Mika. That's fine.
Yeah, another new hole, hole 15. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, 15. This is probably the hardest hole as far as the shots go. You have to throw something straight with a little turn off the tee, pretty far as well. You have to throw it 120 meters to a little downhill. And the sweet spot is pretty specific. You have to be at a very specific distance to open up a nice straight to right finishing forehand shot. Usually a forehand shot to the green. It's really a birdie that you can only manage to get if your drive is perfect and you have a solid approach. Really, the approach is the easier of the 2 shots, but this drive is just so specific.
It's a great tee pad, you know, a really nice green fairway with a good shape to the trees. Very aesthetically pleasing hole and pretty challenging as well, I would say. As you said, yeah, maybe the most difficult as far as shots go. Coming in at 4.27 average, so tied for the 4th most difficult relative to par on the scoring front.
Everybody missing their shots a little bit. Lauri getting pretty far through. He might have a scramble forehand Anheuser from there if he gets lucky. But yeah, nobody in that perfect spot. You can see where the light is shining in the corner of the fairway. That's really the perfect spot to be.
That's the promised land. Get up there, you're happy, blessed. Look at this scorecard for Tuomas on the back 9. He got 5 birdies in a row, and now he's finding a sneaky gap all the way up to the
What?
basket.
Where? I think so. He kicked way left. Did he go over the last fairway?
He was back on the fairway from the last hole, and you know
That's crazy.
we had just seen Nestori Tuukkonen do the same thing from the second card. He also kicked over there, so he kind of showed the way for Tuomas to get a alternative route, you know, up to the basket.
I mean, that makes me wonder.
You gonna play it? You're gonna just like lay up on the left side?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe that's the play because it's fully open to the last hole. Maybe we just should pitch up to the last hole's fairway and go through the trees or something.
I saw it work twice in a row, and it was amazing. I mean, Nestor got up there into C2. I don't think he made the putt. We'll see if Tuomas can pull it off.
Yeah,
Lauri, yeah.
Pretty big forehand. He's gonna be putting maybe some obstructed look. And Mika, this is deep.
Yeah.
You know when you have to shout that I'm throwing now, it's a bad spot.
Yeah, and you know when you have to signal the catch cam guy to when the player's throwing, yeah, he's not where you want to be. Nice looking third though. Once he gets out, puts it up with some soft touch next to the basket. Joona in a tight spot, has to go with a little forehand chip through the woods. Executes it perfectly.
Yeah, well done there.
Lauri kind of deep here. He's got a window though. Puts it up, drills it in the money.
That is. Wow, even when he's playing bad, I mean, this honestly has been a pretty bad round by Lauri standards. He can still make so much magic happen on the course. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, he's guaranteed some huge highlights with his skill set.
Imagine being that good at disc golf that, I mean, I can't see him play much of a worse round than he has today.
That's true. He's had some really bad breaks. You know, he's been a little off on a couple shots, but he's still right in the mix. That's what being a 1040 plus rated player is. You know, even your bad days are still better than most.
Yep. Top 10 in the world as far as ratings go.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah,
congratulations, breaking in that top 10. That's fantastic.
I think Lauri just cracked the top
Hey
10.
guys, quick pause. A lot of people are involved in this project. Our goal is to grow the sport and share it with as many people as possible. So if you want to support us, subscribe to the channel, like and comment the videos if you like them, and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. It seems small, but it really helps us keep creating free content on YouTube. Enjoy the video.
As you saw some really hot scores out there in the clubhouse. We also have, Rasmus Salkoripi, one of the local guys, got himself in with a 9 down. So these guys know the mark it's going to take to get on the lead card. And we'll see if they can get it there with these last 3 holes to play. 16 is a straight par 3, 109 meters, another new hole. Really nice fairway. Downhill quite a bit. Some really lovely rocks and greenery all around. Very picturesque fairway. And a pretty, I guess, standard straight disc golf hole. Straight 109 meters down the pipe. Plays more like 95 or 100, would you say?
Yeah, it's so much downhill at the very end that I feel like if you feel like you hit the shot perfect, you're gonna be long, and if you feel like you're gonna be short, you're gonna be perfect. Just really sneaky downhill. A couple of misses here, and actually to grab on to what you said about the hot scores, not only about the win of the tournament is what the hot score is about, but you can actually, for the hottest round in the tournament, through 3 rounds, the player who shoots the hottest score, so most under par, is gonna get a kiuas, which is the machine that makes sauna hot.
A sauna stove.
Yeah, sauna stove.
Really?
Exactly.
We have a sauna stove up for grabs?
Yeah, giveaway for the best round of the weekend. It's pretty
no
cool.
wonder Kasperi is out there shredding it up, shooting that 12 down. He's got his eyes set on a kiuas. And we're also, learning Finnish vocabulary. That's a very, very important part of Finnish culture. The sauna stove is at the heart of the Finnish experience, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's. I just find it hilarious that that's the prize of the hottest round. It
I
just
love it,
suits
dude.
the vibe of the tournament perfectly.
This is the first I've heard that, and I'm really cracking up here in the studio. I'm enjoying that. That's a really brilliant idea for a prize.
Yeah, some struggles on this hole. Our players not really finding the basket, and Mika even putting for par here. Scary putt to run.
Yeah, with the elevated basket. Oh, that would have been so cool. Way deep. Gave it a good bid. Just hit the front cage. See if Joona can connect. Gives it a soft run. Smart move with the elevated basket and a little bit drop off behind, but didn't give it quite enough pop. And that one's a little low.
Yeah, a little quick on the release. A little twitchy almost.
Nerves or what are you?
I don't know. You know, I don't think he's nervous in the situation being filmed and stuff like this, but maybe just overall nerves on the putting green.
Just
Not feeling that comfortable.
But 5 down is really good score, I would say. You know, of course, he would have wanted to have that.
I guess he's gonna be 4 now.
Oh, yeah,
With
that was
miss,
for
yeah.
that was for the par. Excuse me.
Yeah, par was around 985 rated, I believe. 990 rated, so if you want to shoot that 1000 rated round, you have to go a couple under par.
Yeah, it seems like it's a very scoreable course. I really like the layout, but there's a lot of teeth too. You know, some of the rough is pretty rough, and the OB can be, definitely crippling. So, moving on to hole 17, par 3, 140 meters. The old hole 18, I believe. Right? Tell us about it.
Yeah, this one is one of the toughest birdies to get on the course. It's a very specific shot. You have to go very high through the first gap and inside. A lot of high and inside with fast disc. So something exactly like Lauri has thrown here. This is actually looking beautiful. Very nice shot. Still a little bit short, so just showing that you have to throw it so inside and on so much hyzer to get all the way to the left.
Yeah, you don't see him in C1 too often. You know, it's such a steep right to left, downhill, but it has to start turning early, and it has to turn for so far. You have to combine that like pushing distance with the fade. Joona does fantastic to get himself just inside the circle. Tuomas has been displaying immense power. Let's see what he can do here. Looks a little early inside though, and that's what you really don't want, but he stays in bounds, luckily. If you go OB back there, then it can be hard to even save your bogey.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be a pretty easy par from where he is. Mika there.
He's having a rough day overall. I know he's got, better game for sure. He's showed a lot of those skills, but just been a little off on a few key moments that have punished him pretty severely.
Yeah.
Good approach.
Yeah, good approach. You have to remember Mika well over 1000 rated, and So comparing that to the ratings of the course, his average round would be 2-3 under, maybe
Right.
3 under. So he's definitely playing below his level at this moment.
Yeah, not having his best day, but. Ooh. Lauri made that look easy from way deep.
Just climbing back up there. I mean, he's having a sneaky solid round. Not a good round by his standards, of course, but overall I feel like many players in the field would be very happy to be 5 under par.
Yeah, for sure. The front nine was hugely disappointing for him, I'm sure, but showing some real class here and finishing strong. Joona keeping the pace. He's got an opportunity to earn himself a lead card position if he can birdie out.
Yeah, it seems reasonable. I mean, we have only one hole remaining, and that one hole, hole 18, I feel like it suits Joona's throw really well. And we're gonna see it in just a moment. Couple of tap-ins there. Moving into some woods for the final shot of the round. Hopefully the final shot of the round besides a putt. Hole 18 here, 113 meters. Another one of these pretty traditional Finnish wooded holes. Just throw it straight. Usually you want to throw a straight fairway driver, or if you are a very far thrower, you can throw a straight mid-range. I could see maybe Lauri and Tuomas going for the straight mid-range here. But yeah, it's a straight shot, OB left and right, but unless you really miss your angle or get an unlucky tree kick, you're not going to find those OBs on the right or the left side.
3.06 average, right in the middle. Skipping it up on the green. Very nicely done.
Perfect shot. You could see that right out of the hand. He was going through the middle gap. It's a pretty tight gap, about halfway through the fairway. You can definitely miss it.
Yeah, there's these two birch trees that you can potentially go through, but you're ideally, I guess, going maybe on the right side of them. There's also that inside left line, but it feels a little tighter. This is what I'm talking about. That's kind of the ideal line right there.
Oh yeah, that is perfect. You could see it
Pure.
out of the hand. Wow.
Wow.
And he went with a slow disc. He went with the mid-range or approach disc. I'm not sure which one. Was it 4 or 5 speed? But really good showcase of power and accuracy there.
That looks really good too.
Nice
Yeah.
shot.
Skips on a root. We got it. Everybody inside the green. Joona's the furthest out, and he's right there. Incoming star frame. Joona on lead
I think
card.
so.
Great putt there, matching Sauko Riipi at 9 down.
Yeah, well played. I feel like this course actually suits Joona pretty well. It's very much a backhand course. You don't have to throw a lot of forehands, and he's known for being very accurate with that backhand.
Yeah, he's played well here in the past. He's played here a lot. I believe he's sponsored by Sieravuori. Great finish there. Not Mika's best day, but definitely showed some class and some ability. Hope we get to see more of him on coverage in the future. Talented player. And Tuomas with the tap in. What was he throwing there? Drop?
Maybe drop.
Yeah.
Drop
Shout
in.
out for Niklas Antila, signature disc. If you can get a drop there to 113 meters on a dime, that's pretty impressive, man. Tuomas played really well, especially on that back nine. He's right there in the mix, one back of Lauri. There you see that leaderboard. Konsta Elonen, new name. Kasperi with the 12 down. What do you know about these guys that we're going to see on our moving day coverage?
Man, I don't know much. I'm really excited to see what happens and how their game holds up with the added pressure, of course. It's a big moment for a lot of these local players, and that's maybe not local, but just Finnish players overall who don't maybe tour to the biggest events to other countries. And this is what this event is really good for. We have a lot of players who can show their skill, and hopefully we can see that in round number 2.
Yeah, brilliant opportunity to showcase some of the local talent and some of the young players coming out of Finland all the time. Can't wait to see you there on the second round.